needs one, and then somehow being allowed to escape. It's a fake. And they're looking for you. 10 for Na'Vi.
Dude, I don't know if we can, but maybe you at home should in the demo. Just watch that Rops turn away. Like,
frame by frame.
Like, watch it as slow as you possibly can. That one really, like, really stinks.
You just got CSGO'd. And it started so wonderfully. You've killed Simple. Perfecto does so well here, pushing through the smoke. He catches it. They're just not expecting someone to disrespect the smoke. And you can see Rob's just avert his gaze. His whole job was to just catch that little late flank. And look what Electronic ends up doing. All right, last round of the first half. Let's get Ancient, at least the first half of it, concluded. We get to see if they leave that gap intentionally now, I guess. If they are throwing that window smoke, here's the lineup. Rush been teaching us all. That's actually just for the donut side.
That top mid one seems to have worked this time round, so they've scampered quickly in for the mid control.
Hey, this looks like something substantial.
Oh, they played it well on the fade.
Very potent corner. And Dexter with more high impact fragging. Hello.
Needed that, had the bomb. This is the pistol round all over again.
Oh, it is. And they'll attempt to push into Simple with the tightest of lines. Look at what he's playing with. Oh my god, and he will drop a smoke to play around so he can get back into Temple and mess around with that. Oh, bit with another. Simple's ready for the A-Halls late. Bomb's now loose. Frozen is still between the two of them. Oh, he's got so many targets he's got to manage. First, very snappy. Does eliminate Bit from Donut. But still got to find Simple, and he's having no issues here. You'd have to spray down. Nice from Rops. 5 sounds a whole lot better than 4 for Mouse, but they've got 30 seconds to find the remaining 2. Healthy, Boomich, and Perfecto. Oh, I'd love a smoke, but this wide open bomb site is going to just be a fragging battle more than anything else. Crosshair placement flawless from Bemis, and it does get a whole lot more likely now. Oh. Don't think they've spotted him. He's been able to close the gap, and nicely. Rob's looking the wrong way. Bemis at least spots him out. And now they're just hunting for 10 seconds. If he could stop the plant, it could get awkward. It could, but it won't. 10.
The charge here had some cheeky-beaky flanks. But now we get underway here. There is a top mid smoke in play. Lane control being worked on. Bemis delivers.
And he's so blind. He has got a teammate, though, to call upon, and he doesn't even need the help.
The bomb could not be in a worse position.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't.
Guys, just come cave and we can hold the bomb and win the round.
And 2 of the 3 don't have armor. But Simple, kept very honest. Did initiate onto Robs. Frozen takes him down. Rushley is joining us through the power of the internet to observe your game. And Electronic dumping all his
How does he manage this?
I mean, he's going to bunny hop in. Everyone misses all their shots. Oh, he kills one, and the Molotov makes it awkward for Bemis, who's just going to win the round. That's all him, baby. That is lovely.
Got real hot in there for a moment. Okay. Well, that's both pistol rounds for mousesports. Let's see. The CT side, it is going to need to be almost flawless here. Na'Vi, what do you have to offer? No plant. Means no ability to drop some AK-47s across.
I am intrigued to see how Na'Vi's T-side contrasts with mousesports.
Yeah, look, I know when we had some of the RMR events on, a lot of the CIS teams, Spirit and VP, I think they were going straight for like A execs, which didn't seem to be panning out for them a lot. I think a lot more like the European squads were going for more B stuff. If you guys remember Hampus saying just go B on a map like Ancient. If Bemis just locks down Cave, this Cave and that lane, B lane, are probably 2 of the most important parts of the map. They're obviously connected, so we could just call this one area. I think it has to be one of the most important parts of the whole map, if not the most important part of the entire map. Just some warning shots here. Now, this shouldn't be too many dramas for mousesports to deal with.
Yeah, they're going to test Rops. And he's got the perfect weapon for the job. Let's see how many $600 kill rewards he can get. 0 is the answer. Simple just as is tradition with Simple. Frozen isn't going to be able to deny that plant, so Na'Vi gets something out of this very light investment.
That ain't bad.
Certainly not bad at all. And Electronic, he's ready for at least the first. Jumped across, though, and so a bomb plant down. That's extra cash for Na'Vi to splash.
Okay, well, just going to pick up all the weapons they need to. Maybe grab those upgraded pistols as well. Any bonuses you could find would be fantastic. They're doing exactly that, scooping up nades, scooping up pistols, and scooping up the defuse. Scoreline now will sit at 10-7. That plant is going to facilitate a beautiful-looking Na'Vi buy here. About 5K on most. Electronic even has a little bit extra at 5.8. So everything Na'Vi need for this one. And we find a fish. Was that a fish in the water?
I didn't know that there were fish present in nature.
I could have been seeing things. Maybe it wasn't a fish.
I don't know, I just thought you were saying words. It's like a little kind of verbal...
Fish, dog, cat, horse, giraffe, donkey, frog.
Well done.
Thank you.
Good job, Chad.
Naming the animals.
Yeah, we're going to do the farm next.
Today, we are naming the animals.
The dog goes...
Wolf.
Nice. And the Na'Vi goes split.
Oh, I like this from Dexter. You can flash towards middle from this position. He wants to set Frozen up for a swing. Flash over. Swings out. Sees not a whole lot. So Rops and Frozen, the Donut and A defenders.
Simple dispatch through mid. He did the same on the pistol. He's probably the best man for the job, but he's going to be duking it out with Frozen for supremacy of that mid control. And Bits progressing A as well around these smokes. Aggression all over the map, and Na'Vi have been received with a big double. Take down Dexter's push of ramp. Frozen caught out as well.
Just so many questions right now if you're mousesports. You lost the player Donuts, you don't know if mid's open.
It looks like they want to take the bomb A with Electronic and Simple late.
Oh, he's into Rops here, so careful about this one, boys. Still over towards the Xbox on the B side. A side even. Jesus, Joseph and Mary.
It is technically closer to the seating right side of the
Yeah, don't get me with the technicality. I should know better.
All right, Rops, you've got a lot to deal with. In fact, the entire Na'Vi squad is coming for you, and Bit, head on a swivel. Good for one. Perfecto's nearly good for another as well. It is just BMAS really with a voice in this round, looking for the denial. And won't get that. Perfecto staring right at him, and Bemis needs to reload. 5 bullets, Boomich to push him in. Doesn't get the angle he was hoping for. And that's the end of that. Na'Vi do post their 11th, and it came just as a slow conversion of those 2 frags.
I think slow's the key there, waiting out all that early util. You know, not getting involved in any of those fights. Boomich from the pocket position over towards B, staying alive was important. But yeah, it was just about waiting out any early aggression. Now that mousesports have stomached that, it will make the funds work to at least get out an M4 on Bemis and an AWP for Acor. But if you guys saw Acor's AWPing yesterday, left a little bit to be desired. Let's see if he can find some impact here. He has to. This is mandatory right now.
Very early cave presence and pressure.
Big nade to dodge there. Doesn't have any armor whatsoever, does Acor.
And him and Dexter walking towards the same aggress that Dexter brought into the previous one. Perfecto. Waiting. Oh, no. Oh, mousesports put so many of their eggs into that basket, and it's just cracked. And so Simple, just as much as he is jacked. Bemis, M4, head on a swivel, rightfully so. There's ramp and cave pressure. It's just a question of who wants to blink first. Electronic collects, call it 12.
21 kills for Electronic so far, having a bit of a game of things here. Simple's found 6 kills, I believe it was, in this second half, so starting to come alive as well. Bomb will go down. Rops is looking for an exit, I suppose. Only the Deagle to carry on through. The next round is 1900 into the bank balance. It will have to be an eco from mousesports. So 2 rounds from now before we see the guns come back out. And this is just feels like Na'Vi are going to slowly creep and crawl over that line. Now, later today, the final game of the day, maybe it'll be a little bit delayed due to the delays we had earlier on, but it will be FaZe versus EG. But sooner, we have Mirage as map number 2, and then Nuke as the 3rd and final.
It's quite the solid map pool for Na'Vi to finish, isn't it? But Mirage being picked by Na'Vi, that's not that common. I suppose that's more of a opponent-centric pick.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if it has become more often. I'm just going to quickly flick through their Cologne games because I remember them playing it a little bit in Cologne, right? They played it against G2. G2 picked it into them. They picked us too. What did they play against FaZe? Against FaZe, FaZe picked Inferno and Na'Vi picked Mirage.
Okay.
And then against Vitality, Na'Vi picked Nuke and Vitality picked Overpass. So being pretty flexible in the map pool. 3 series consecutively, 3 different map choices.
Well, that's the dream for a team, to be able to just play whatever feels right for the opponent.
There's no flash here for these individuals stuck up towards Red House, so if they had a flash, then maybe I could see them pushing through the smoke, but they're going to have to scamper back to a different bomb site, and it looks like A is where they'll reside.
I mean, at least they've got themselves the stack in the right place. Robs' Deagle is no slouch. And Bit and Simple seem very hesitant to cross that line.
So they've spotted likely 2 players here. So it's not enough information to completely react off of, but the fact that Electronic is closed donut, Boomich is also bringing up the rear in middle, and now Perfecto over towards A. It seems like they do want to finish with this A bomb site.
All right. Let's see what you can get done with a single $700 pistol. Oh, Acor's made his USP work, and Robs' Deagle has found 2 heads. Swallows the grenade. Boomich is going to lock down the rotate. You can see there's an interesting timing here. There's an Ancient exclusive. Oh, Robs doesn't go down. That's going to be a bit of a weird one now. So they are going to rush and race each other to the B bomb site. Acor confirms they're not doubling back on themselves, so Robs has a chance. A very small one. He needs a one-click banger. Oh, and can't track the jump of Perfecto. It's just a chunk. And Acor could have a hero moment here. No kit, but has got the AK-47 equipped.
I think he's just going to save.
Yeah, me too.
It's a tough one here. Does he go? Like, it feels like it's winnable, but now that the bomb is almost halfway ticked, that sentiment...
It's too many options as well.
Yeah,
I mean, even though you just said the afterplant's weird.
Yeah, the thing is, they could still be on that long side of the big block there, right? He doesn't know. He hasn't cleared it. It's just they haven't peeked him. I want to know where Acor went after Boomich took contact against Robs. Where did Acor go? Why didn't he stop Boomich from falling back from top mid to regroup with Perfecto? That should have been a free kill. Anyway.
See if we can recap it. Catch it myself.
Yeah, so we won't see, because the frag didn't come in, right? But when Boomich pushed top middle, Acor was already over towards Donut.
Yeah.
So Boomich is in Red House fighting Rops. Then Boomich falls all the way back through middle to jump up ledge. So Acor could have killed him.
Acor?
Yeah, I feel like Acor should have killed him.
I'll have to double back.
So anyway, Mouse are about to get the guns back out here. Dexter gets the AK. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Has a couple of extra grenades here. No AWP for Acor and a timeout called. I don't know what the discussion will be looking like here. I think if Na'Vi just sit back and wait out all this early Uto and then creep like they have done, they just look like the better team, at least getting the execution. So might be more of the same. Tranquil fountain, everybody.
I'm going to have a water feature when I'm old.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to have a big fancy rocky water feature.
Rocky?
Yeah, as in like I'm spending...
Inside or outside?
Oh, it's an outside job.
Okay, well then we know how big it is. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to be lumbering boulders from the local rock yard.
Oh, all right.
One by one.
One at a time.
Yeah. Pushing it up the hill. Oh, a lot of damage from that little spray and nade combo, but that hasn't stopped the Boomich and Electronic pairing from testing Robs. Can he get them both? The answer is a resounding yes. Combined by that tag and frag from Acor. Simple clearing out Cave. He's looked the wrong way. Oy, oy, oy. Manages his angles to perfection. And Beamus, who's previously been a really prominent figure in Cave, has lost his life to Simple, clawing back what was a 3v5 into something a little more competitive.
How competitive can they make it, though? So Simple does have this forward position. The other two aren't invested to anything yet. Perfecto and Bit have just scooped up that bomb and are rotating silently through T-spawn. Now, when you go through the water, gang, keep your shift key on, because if you make sounds, the water in the game is bugged.
But that's not intentional at all, is it, right?
It's not, but lots of things, you know, there's lots of things that happen in this world that aren't intentional.
But it's just such a shame that in the mid-round like this, where you'd be, you know, like think of this as Mirage T-spawn, you often find yourself mid-round, rotating back through with your knives out. It just takes so much pace off of what shouldn't... yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Well, I think as well, if you don't have mid control and you were up close mid and you ran through spawn, they could probably hear you anyway.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
That's justified.
Yeah, but this here, it should be fixed, maybe never, but yeah, keep your eyes on it.
It'll be fixed when the wallbang's fixed. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Christmas is coming too. Bombs dropped.
Yay.
Rounds should be secured. In fact, though, 2 nice kills on the way out the door, but it will be the 8th round now for Mouse. They're going to have to get a little bit more steam in their engine if they want to push this one the distance, because Na'Vi can afford another buy. And I don't know if they'll go for that all-in Hail Mary mid-play again. Maybe they'll go back to more of that slow stuff. Rob's here. Must have a big smile on his face. Thank you very much, Acor, for that damage, making his life all the more easy. Dexter winning a big fight there onto Simple to stall out any moves that may be coming on in. So one more time, here we go. Quite the prevalent lean over towards A again here from Na'Vi. Just Boomich tucked in towards the pocket one more time. Perfecto throwing nades from spawn, and then he's going to back up that B lane.
Yeah, so Boomich is going to try and sell the typical B take, as we've got Bit, Simple, and Electronic in a pretty solid position to be going for something a little... A execute, perhaps. Electronic lined up for a smoke, but thinking better of it at this point.
You can understand that there, right? So Simple and Bit walk into A main together to make sure that if there is any A main aggression, they can trade. And then they just park Bit, and he can stay here and be lurky, like upper tunnels flashed off. Falling back. This is a curious fight for Rops.
Yeah, it's a weird one on B, and mid is getting a bit messy for Frozen. He has gone down. That Bit and Rops exchange actually has nothing to report. It looked like they were about to clash, and once again, everyone walks through spawn. Just in case the people at CT hear them.
And it doesn't happen all the time.
Nope, just randomly, and you wouldn't know.
And it's not all of them either.
Cool. Imagine if that was a priority.
It's all right, Alex. It's not a big deal. It'll get there eventually.
No, it's just in the competitive map pool of $1 million tournament.
Yeah, but it's existed on Overpass for literally ever.
Like, and for Na'Vi, I will reiterate, this is an even more juicy prospect, the Pro League. Could very well be the last of their Intel Grand Slam run. IEM Cologne, the Masters level event, puts them within touching distance. Certainly not the 14th this time around. It looks like mousesports have done enough.
Yeah, they're going to be timed out here as well. I really like the maneuver that Dexter does where he flashes from the B site. Bit. Don't go down after time here. Oh, and he will. Okay, now there's enough steam in this comeback for the Mouse. They've shown, they did that yesterday when they were playing this against FaZe as well. So after they established their control in B, Dexter plays in that wood position. And a lot of you probably never really even taken notice of it, but in that wood position, you can flash through the little gap towards middle. And you can see the flash assist there. That's how they're allowing those peaks to come in. Now, I know it didn't profit in the way they wanted. They just locked the B side out like absolute gods, but it's a great way to play for info. So you can see what different teams are prioritizing here. Bit has a Glock.
Yeah.
But he has a smoke and a flash, so it's all about the end round.
And already Boomich has lost a bit of a chunk of his health, so watch out for Frozen here. Flashed in. Oh, it's so good. That's the flash. It enables Dexter, or rather Frozen, to find one easy frag, but the rest don't come easy at all. They're going straight through that donut smoke, and poor old Dexter, nadeless, has got to do a lot. He can sit in the off angle. We know it's effective. We saw Bit using it very well. Doesn't need to actively contest this. He's got an opportunity here, and he needs to seize it. Hold the spray, just the one head, and now mousesports a man disadvantage. Bemis and Acor are on the B side of the map, and Perfecto, could not have timed that any better. Acor, just as his feet touch the ground, just as he averts his gaze from Elbend, he goes down. So Na'Vi not really actually having to pay too much of a price for coming in with only 3 rifles.
Yeah, that is crazy. This should have been the round where Mouse could convert against the crippled buy of Na'Vi, really apply the pressure and get themselves up to double digits. Now this is Na'Vi 14, just 2 away, and they've actually really done a big bit of damage here. BMAS is not going to have any money to work with in the next round, so saving this M4 is really important. The loss bonus of 1,400. Yeah, this is the map pick getting away from Mouse quickly here. Strap yourself in for Mirage. Shouldn't be too far from getting ourselves there.
I hadn't considered it, but Perfecto, what Perfecto just did there, when you're doing A-takes, is such a luxury. If you have like 3 of you in A-wall, sits there for a while and eventually crawls late mid, It's just a lovely late flank donut. You're likely going to be able to deny the plant if you haven't had cut the whole B rotate off, just like that.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. And I think that late presence is necessary for those A plays. Because even if you do make it across to the big box and you're still fighting from A main, at that point, is that the fish? Is this the fish? Is it a fish? No, it's a leg. So we're coming out of the water. So long,
I thought
MC.
we had like a Counter-Strike Loch Ness Monster situation, like we had an unidentified...
I thought it was a fish.
Unidentified living being.
MC, why are we in the water for so long?
Well, because he knows how much you hate it. The water, I mean.
I don't have a problem with the water.
I'm in the anti-water brigade.
You're clearly anti-water.
Yeah, I'm very anti-water. But speaking of...
Drink your water.
Yeah, if you've been anti-water today, come on. Step up your game. I want a minimum of 2 liters a day. That's not even the actual recommended amount. I'm just giving you a nice, easy, accessible number. Nice and round, 2 liters. That's just one big bottle.
Or 4 500ml bottles.
Yeah, start there. Watch as your skin and mental state slowly clear up. Jumping through with a Mach 10 and already going to be putting a lot of pressure onto that cave hold. I liked the way Na'Vi fought for it, which was essentially just through re-aggresses with util. Rops is trying something a bit different, but Bit's crosshair placement is supreme. I'm not talking about overpriced bricks.
He doesn't have to do anything more. He's done so much.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Frozen's biting on this, and if he goes aggressive, Bit will punish. The B defenders right now for Mouse are just scratching their heads. Do we rotate? Are they coming?
They
Frozen,
were
I got no idea. I don't know what's on the other side of that, and I don't want to find out.
Interesting. So the same smokes drop. Oh, that's a nice denial. It will at least keep them housed and caged. They won't be able to slip through. Other than, of course, dropping their own re-smoke.
Okay, so electronic smoke will last longer
Yeah, so
than...
it's chess and electronic wins.
Yes, so...
Clever. Cool. I like this game, you know. I
It's
really
fun.
do. Yeah, it is. Boomich has caught one, but Electronic, through the power of his own design, will catch one on the rotate through. Looks like Na'Vi are just the better team here on Ancient, and this was a mousesports pick.
Yeah, they're going to sail to this now. 1,900 in the next. No money for mousesports to operate with, and, well, this one's 15. We can smell 16. Imagine if Na'Vi are good at Nuke, Mirage, Ancient, Overpass.
Yeah.
Sure, we can keep going. Dust 2. Yeah.
Vertigo kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, they don't. That's the only one they don't touch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine if they're just good at everything. It could be. Look, Bit is the difference maker. Like, people, if you're out there and you're part of the Flamey fan club and you're thinking, when's Flamey coming back? Flamey ain't ever coming back.
Not when his replacement is, like, not even a diamond in the rough. It's like they actually just straight up found a full-on factory diamond in the middle of a mine.
Yeah, already ready to go.
Yeah, pre-cut. And incredibly precise. He sold that A presence early on his own, and the whole team just ended up rotating through the product of his handiwork. So let's get into what could very well be our last round of play. Doesn't look great for mousesports. It's a couple of Pez dispensers, a BB gun,
a slingshot,
and an old newspaper to defend their honor. They've rolled up the newspaper. There's an elastic band in play. It's a little firmer than your standard piece. See if they can clobber Na'Vi over the head with it. I don't fancy Bemis' chances here. It's a little angle over the smoke. It certainly does look a little intimidating, but as it fades, yeah, they know Simple's on his way. Tucked back into the site. It's not for the lack of trying mousesports in terms of these opening gambits.
I like how Na'Vi have been going for this cave control as well. Right, they've been playing through that smoke with a molly. They're just happy to segregate it. Bemas, well, he had a chance with the flash.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dexter's in trouble, and so are mousesports. Na'Vi just starting to stampede into the site. Dexter clawing on, desperate to hold on to what little he can. A couple of stray bullets on the push. And it looks like Mirage is a couple of frags away. Electronic. 24 will be his final total. Boomich looking to add a couple more. to the tally. He is exposed, and another headshot does actually mean mousesports are a bit of a threat here. Oh dear. All onto Perfecto to end it in regulation, and that'll do. 16-9. Into the action, folks.
We like action.
Certainly do, especially when it's in the right direction. Bit of friction towards B. Frozen and Dexter are going to be looking to get that info on the jump peak. It's not likely Dexter goes down to a simple tap, and in fact, especially not now. The nade looks well placed and softens him up. Frozen needs to get a couple of taps here, and Bit is the first victim. Big catch from him. Frozen, a lot of opponents crossing into the site now, and he's not been able to find anything to report. Instead, they'll have to play for the retake. Bemis locked out. Rop's very late in his apps flank, and yikes. Frozen's catching bullets left and right. The boost will be effective. You can see Perfecto's pre-aiming it, and Boomich is closing this gap now. But Boomich should be set for a double. Just the one. Acor does well to claw it back into contention. The flank is now becoming relevant. Rop should have simple dead to rights from this bench position. And he does. Leaving Electronic and Perfecto, but the time's starting to become a factor here. If they could just delay, find the frags.
Kit's there, the kit's there.
And they got time.
Oh, wait, he's gone past the kit.
They got time.
Oh, okay. All right. Bemis just wanting to wait the extra 5 seconds.
Yeah, and that interview with Bemis was relatively interesting as well. You can see how close they're cutting it. But he was just, I mean, you know, of course he's going to be more aware of his own shortcomings, as you would. But in that interview, just referencing that, yeah, inexperience. I mean, the fact that it's his first LAN, Chad, and it was IEM Cologne. You know, like that's a whole new generation of player when your first LAN is something like IEM Cologne and not a BYOC in some field somewhere.
Yeah, you're not doing it the old school way. And I guess that is nature of the times.
It is.
Yeah, look, it's going to be curious to see because this is a very young roster. We always talk about Rops being the most experienced member at the ripe old age of 21.
That is mad, isn't it?
Yeah, so look, Dexter, I think, is the oldest in the team, but he definitely doesn't have anywhere near as much international experience as somebody like a Rops. Simple's been given this AK-47, by the way, for round number 2, and just taking their time.
The Simple show. It's one that's always worth getting a ticket to. It's one of the more consistent Broadway productions we have in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, they do a matinee, an evening, every day of the week.
And it's always good. See if the Simple show delivers in its first appearance. Of course it bloody well does, and it looks like Rops is his next victim. Isolated and eliminated. mousesports not losing us another second round after converting the pistol. Dexter extends play. Acor contending with a lot on that jungle push. Nade is destined for Simple, and down goes the hero AK. Maybe there is more to be played with here. Boomich already deep into CT. Dexter advancing with another great nade. 2 members of Na'Vi catching them to their death and demise. Now they're worried about Palace, but it's actually Boomich and Perfecto standing strong on the site, and it seems to have secured the round. Time just a little too sensitive. Vaqua's going to give it a good go. Gonna give it a good go. Time running out, options slim, and look at the way they're playing with him. Taking contact, taking it in turn, whittling away all the seconds that remained on that clock, and they've won it through positioning alone. Acor, not sure he's gonna get away with that. Boomich makes it as costly as possible, and 3 frags out of the leader as well. Na'Vi bite back with a big revengeance. Bite back with a vengeance.
Yeah, this is a huge round to win, and this is almost similar. Well, it's exactly how we started in Ancient, right? mousesports were on the T side, however, they won the pistol, and then they immediately lost the 4 spy. So Yanko was just talking about during the death segment, in the way that Na'Vi are playing it, it looks like they know that they're the better team, right? Just with some of the ways that they're approaching these situations. And I think if they're just able to go into these rounds, and Simple does what Simple does, you know, all the other pieces are falling into place now. So we will see the 4 spy back from Mouse. It's not a complete investment. Acor with a little bit more, saving for that AWP. Dexter has some util. I guess it really only comes into play if they manage to make it towards his bomb site or he dispels them elsewhere. But the stack is currently at that B bomb site. Acor, Frozen, and Dexter. On the other side of things is Rops and BMAS as mid control is being worked on by Na'Vi. Electronic and Perfecto are on the extremities, and well, that's the lay of the land for the first 50 seconds.
And returning. Notice how they don't have to walk, Chad, when they get to T-spawn?
Yeah, there's no water there, Alex.
Yeah, so it's not like, you know, Dexter at B-apps is going to hear them. What a luxury. 50 seconds as they return to the A site, and they're going to use Bit and Boomich as a little bit of a late pincer. I don't fancy Bemis' chances. It's down to his aim here, and as he's clearing, Simple's just perfectly found the opener that they were looking for. Rops versus an entire Na'Vi. Yeah, ends as you would expect.
Save. Hold on, maybe don't save. Maybe die. Because Boomich, with that FAMAS, might consider having a look for these last two members. If you can completely remove any of these 4-sport weapons, it's going to make the next round even easier. It's not like it's going to be the hardest to convert for round number 4, coming up in roughly 35 seconds time. But Boomich, well, he doesn't want to let them hold on to these Deagles. Silently up through the B apartments. Frozen on the box is likely to survive, but Dexter, he could be in hot water here.
And Boomich does lose his head, so instead it is a FAMAS now in play for the CTs. Dexter might want to drop his util if he feels the pressure is continuing, but it doesn't look like Na'Vi are going anywhere close, just drawing the line at Kitchen.
Yeah, it's just a FAMAS. It's not the end of the world here. It's still not a fantastic thing to turn on over, but as far as things go.
This was Na'Vi's conversion of that initially, and then, of course, that's hero AK on Simple, translating and converting into their second round force. This one's fallen apart for them and saving what little they can. 2 preserved rifles or saves. It's going to be a Deagle and a FAMAS. Throw their bodies towards A, I suppose, and I'm sure Na'Vi will just give this a little bit more patience.
Yeah, I think the thing is, with the way that Na'Vi are approaching the start of these rounds, it doesn't feel like they're going to fall into these traps. Bit is actually getting a little bit horny for it and boosted over the top. He goes down, so that's a great start. Here we go, Mouse.
Yeah, that is certainly something. Around the smoke, Rops might try and find a gap here to exploit, and Simple looking very quick. Perfecto's caught a ramp aggress and already slipping through that CT Deagle. Hard for Frozen to hit. The shots are very dynamic and mobile. Simple. A lurky smoke for Dexter to hope to claw back something with this FAMAS. Just on the edge of it was electronic, but that's the end of that. Rops, not even again a chance as he takes a glance towards Boomich. And we'll call it 3.
Okay, well, now we get the AWP coming out for Acor, I would imagine. There you go, see it getting purchased on in. Going to be a little bit light on util. I only see 1 Molotov purchase so far, and I'm not sure how many more are going to be coming after that. That was a cheeky little boost over the triple box there. All right, so yeah, let's take stock. Let's take inventory right now for a moment. It is 3 Molotovs and, well, 4 smokes in total. So going to be a rough one here for Mouse.
And Bit again, very stubborn. Taking a lot of ramp space early, and it does put Bemis on a bit of an island. Good God, he's got so many players about to converge on his site. The flash is good, catching both Rops and Bemis, and just like that, 3 bodies drop. Something, an AK upgrade maybe at the short end, maybe more if Rops can challenge out from CT. He's already looking to maneuver that way. And Simple being very low HP with his knife out currently, so a rare opportunity has presented itself. Simple's been caught out.
No kit for this.
Not present, you're right. And Perfecto in a prime position to just play the bomb. Is it not planted for him? It's default,
like a default
side.
plant, yeah, so this is really going to be on Bit.
Oh, clinical. Perfecto eliminates the threat. And nice clear from Rops. He's holding it. Perfecto's going to have to close the gap. Oh, baits him in. Oh, Perfecto, why are you so wise?
He's done it with the time.
How did he know?
The time alone.
Oh.
I guess maybe Bit there when he goes down to Rops is calling if he had a kit or not. You'd have to have some bloody keen eyes to do that. But bomb goes off. Round for Na'Vi, and it just felt too easy. It only got interesting at the end there because Simple overextended, right? I think he thought they were going to save that AWP, so maybe getting a little bit eager on the hunt for a moment.
Speaking of the AWP, look at that. That's how Acor lost his. He's been waiting for that mid-fight, and Boomich wins it out. Rifle beat all.
Yeah, I guess if Bit is super quick at that no kit, right?
Who has got the eyes to look at the belt?
I don't know. The kid who has a 70% headshot ratio, I suppose. So maybe.
Yeah.
Just
I
maybe.
suppose not many people can say they've got the same perspective as Bit. Oh, he's been really hard done by their Bemis. The scout bullet did connect. Unfortunately, not a single one of his 2 clicks did. Oh, and Bit's already up. Why does this feel like a little bit of cybercrime?
It's like they're being suffocated, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. And not necessarily voluntarily.
No. Oh. Na'Vi are just taking space when they want it.
Yeah.
And I think like the fact that they play such a slow game out the gates on these gun rounds early just to make sure that they don't get... Like the thing is, with all the utility that you see thrown now early and you're a T, it's like, why would I risk behind a one-way? Why don't I just wait? And then then it's a fair fight. Like, with them taking this kind of a pace in a lot of these scenarios, it's them just going back, all right, we've sat away from A ramp for 50 seconds. Now we're going to go back at A ramp and we're going to pretend that you could be anywhere A ramp. And they just clear everything out. Then they use their utility. They just isolate all these fights. And then in a round like this, where they can, they take a couple of extra liberties. They go a bit faster. You have no room. You have no space. And then going to the next gun round, you're probably expecting this type of a pace, right? Well, likely for them to just take all the speed out of it. This is looking great for Na'Vi. 5-1. mousesports really need to start getting in the conversation now. And there's been lots of games where we find ourselves with scoreline 7-2 or, 8-1, something like that. And then the team is able to bring it back. We're still able to go down that path. And maybe this timeout from mousesports will spur us in that direction.
What? Where did that scout come from?
I think it was saved.
That
it was carried across,
okay,
right?
okay.
So I don't think Rops wants to keep it.
No. That makes more sense, yeah. So with
Double
two rifles
ops.
and maybe even Equal and Rops on the Zoom banger.
Yeah, so the double AWP setup here, Rops plays over towards connected traditionally, but if they want, they can, do some funky stuff. You could have one AWP go B-apps, you could have one AWP play ticket, you can play one AWP middle, one AWP in B-apps or aggressive palace like we saw James. There's lots of options for AWPs on Mirage, but this is the perfect call. Alex, if they just do an A execute against double AWPs, Rops is screwed.
Yeah, he's going to be smoked and or flashed. Pick your poison. Double AWP A setup. Rops is going for a walk here. Bemis does very well into the first duel, and if they continue to push that, that's... Oh, Electronic. Oh, okay.
Under balcony with an AWP. Here we go, Rops.
Yeah, don't fancy his chances now. Frozen loses it all as well, and Rops holding dark with an AWP. He doesn't want to zoom in. Dexter keeps it competitive at the very least. Rops now will have the element of surprise, and Simple, not surprised at all. Doesn't even raise an eyebrow.
Hello, hello.
Clears him out. Easy find. Dexter in a 1v2. It's going to be a perfecto slow bomb crawl. Simple wanting to answer any questions they may have about the threat. Oh, he knows. So he knows default for Simple. If he can hold the cross, it need an insta-kill. Okay, Dexter. You've come to play today, it seems. 1v1 against the man himself. And Simple considers the triple plant. Dexter bides time. He's going to get peeked on. Oh, and a snappy one out of the Aussie.
Woof.
That's huge from Dexter. He gives mousesports a 1v3 clutch.
Woof. That was quick.
That was tight. And the shot onto Simple as well. That's an AWPer re-clearing you. You are a sitting duck to Simple. I'm very surprised to see the headshot go the way of Dexter. But we'll see that again. So it started off with a very solid defense of the ramp. We haven't seen Bemis actually take one with him before. But then Na'Vi happened. And Dexter, there it is with the impact. Poor Rob. I should correct myself. A 1v2. He did get 3 in total. Just that catch on Boomich, not letting him disappear. And a great final shot to secure our second. Okay, well, that's going to give mousesports another chance. A new lease of life, perhaps. It's not going to be pretty, but it's a buy.
Yeah, so right now, their buy is bolstered by that saved AWP. That's the best thing they really have to boast here. Can they hold on by their fingertips right now?
Oh, they're trying an aggressive maneuver. I think Rops thinks better of it as soon as he has nothing to report initially. Back it up, chill your beans. Bomb's leaning B. I'm intrigued to see how Na'Vi shape this one up. Oh, a spot of aggression from Mouse, but they're just losing their jewels, Chad.
Yeah, Boomich has been winning a lot of fights here. So if he continues to do so, this is going to be painful. Yanko even on the desk set, Electronic having form online. They may as well just write them down as the Pro League winners right now. They're looking very good here, Na'Vi.
I'm sure that boot camp helps them maintain that flow state they had in Cologne.
It's just, oh, here we go, we're going B.
Yeah, and he's cooked. He's going to have to hide in his own smoke and just hope they don't spray him. Oh, so many bullets, so little time. Dexter does take one with him, but mousesports have been completely avoided here.
Save, it has to be,
Save,
right?
I mean, you're not losing that AWP for a 3v4 retake. Come on now.
Yeah, this would be silly to go for right here. They are actually having a look. 2 players coming over from Catwalk here, so maybe not. Okay, it looked like they were giving it a crack. Yeah. They were definitely thinking about it. There was a discussion about it, but Acor thinks better. BMAS and Rops to hold on to the Famuses. The AWP for Acor needs to start finding some impact, right? They need to either send him somewhere early to find a kill with it, or just let that loss bonus keep building until you can get rifles out, no dramas. Now, in the next round of play, speaking of loss bonus, that's going to be 2,900. So they could go for more of the same if they'd like. Can have a buy that was pretty much equivalent to what they just had, all things considered, because it was an MP9 and an M4. So they can drop an M4 or a FAMAS, respectively, for both that of BMAS and Rock, for Dexter and Frozen. So 6-2, getting away from them now.
Yeah, it's feeling a bit suffocating for the boys of Mouse. Like, A hasn't been convincing once, and every time Na'Vi have come asking questions of B, it's been a bomb plant as well. So what necessarily has been the bastion for the mousesports defense so far? Not so good.
Braving the flames there by going for the jump after the molly. Dexter now just has to play the waiting game. He's on his own on the B-bomb site here. We have 2 players, and there we go. There's the impact with the AWP. You got to send your big gun out to find something, and he does. Bits on the rough end here within the early stages of map number 2.
It's like Simple's playing a reaction speed game at that point when you're holding such a slither gap, and your opponent's jump peeking the slither gap. I mean, you're playing a extra hard mode.
So down a man and back towards A. So they've gone, all right, we've lost somebody. We can't get the mid control. Let's just execute on towards this A site. And look how much utility they have to do so.
Bemis, if he gets Molotov'd out, he has got a smoke. Will choose to deploy it. And Na'Vi, it's interesting that they dumped the nades and then proceeded to just walk Palace. Are they trying to just cut noise? Bemis has got nothing to report. Boomich is walking out middle. He's a bit sus right now, a bit suspicious. And now Na'Vi are aiming for a Palace explode, and down they go. Bombs in dark. 5 bullets, but Rops has not opted to reload because he knows and suspects the push. Boomich dinked by Rops. Can anyone finish the job? It's Acor, and Acor can. A quick pair of frags to wrap it up and confirm the 3rd. That's big from mousesports on a sketchy buy.
Yeah, they needed that from Acor, right? They've protected that AWP for a couple of rounds there. And now he stepped up. That is a huge 3-piece for Acor, and a bit of a statement, because if he's able to move around with the AWP so proficiently now, might be able to go toe-to-toe with Simple on the other side of things. Again, mousesports make this buy work. Again, a FAMAS in the feed. No dramas for the Na'Vi buy. AK's AWP, and away we go one more time. Look at this. He is just tearing through middle. It is just quick. Boomich has let off the leash.
Yeah, and he's going. Like, he's not slowing. Bemis is rocking a hard place, looks the wrong way, and Boomich will convert the pair. Acor in jeopardy. Now the AWP and the round is lost. How quickly it can go wrong. And this is a product of Boomich, the entry fragger. Like, what are you supposed to do? You're staring at smokes, a 2-man disadvantage, the bomb already ticking in favor of your adversary. You just got to sit back and take it.
People are going to have a look at, like, I don't know if Na'Vi are just throwing the standard mid-utility here or if they're throwing something different, but they seem to be getting so much space. And it's just looking way too easy. They're just strolling through middle. How is Boomich able to get away with all that? And now they're being stripped of everything. They know where Frozen is. He's ready for the window peek, and some nice crispy aim to convert. More to find if he wants to hold on to this, and the AWP picked up again. So Acor, his teammates are really looking out for him in this one. 7-3.
But yeah, Rob's going down as that opening kill. Boomich just throwing bullets down that connector smoke. You're right, I think we should put Na'Vi's mid utility into the microscope a little.
Like, the thing is, it can't, I don't know if it's anything crazy or not, because he's just launching on down. He's just able to take so much space quickly. Oh, he's got one of those desks that have an extra shelf for the monitors. You see that?
An elevated desk, an elevated monitor. That's why maybe he turns up at LAN and he didn't have the books to put the monitor at a higher level.
That's when you have like the pull-out tray.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're on like mum and dad's office
But
setup.
that's also how you know your transition to LAN's gonna suck.
Yeah.
I remember the desk I did before my first LAN was one of the ones with a cutout. So I was used to kind of being inside my desk, and I got to the LAN with the wobbly LAN tables with the like chipboard and bumps on. Oh.
My first mouse pad was one of those ones with like the gel thing in it, and you rest your wrist on it.
Yeah, I remember those. The ergonomic.
Yeah, the size of a small plate.
Anti-RSI. I had one of them as well for the keyboard. Ended up just slapping people with it. Okay, Beamers, I think they might have just slipped the net. Yikes. Yikes! Oh, horrible. A nasty opening death for Bemis, and Rop's already brought down so low. Na'Vi can commit to this. I don't know whether they will, though.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Like, look at
this.
Bit.
Yeah. If he just strolls into B right now, hello, lads. I've walked into B. The bomb site's clear. Come on back. Let's have a party.
I can't believe they're sticking around when Bit's already talking about how open B is. They want to make it convincing. They're hearing scopes on Tetris. Bit is truly fully cleared B. Do you want to go around the world or what?
Well, they should wait for him at least, right? If they're going to allow him to do this,
Rob's
wait.
holding this. And he's got the first. So Na'Vi, their pause on A has not quite netted them the reward they were hoping for, but we're left with a fruity 20-second mid-round here.
They have to plant open.
Or late round, I should say. Yeah, they're going for an open plant, and it's up to Electronics' quick taps against potentially two of them. And he's made it look easy. Acor and Rops. And the health of Acor implies he has to use the M4. And I mean, Simple not going to miss those, and leaves Acor in a rather dire strait where he probably want to save the AWP.
Not even going to get the chance.
Won't even try to, yeah. Simple's going to take it from him and call it 8. Na'Vi win out their T-half on their map pick.
This is some great opening stuff from Boomich. He's looking like he has a clear plan, or at least a clear idea of what he wants to do in these rounds, and just tearing them apart. There's another opener. You're talking about Boomich, the entry fragger. Got a bit of naffy about him here today.
Yeah.
But around that, yeah, they could have won in two ways, right? They could have let Bit go around the world and kill them in the back, or they could have gone all the way back to the B bomb site and still probably had the victory there. So another timeout will be called here. Lots of things to discuss because this half has now no longer possible for mousesports to win. The best that they can post is 7, and this is their second timeout burned in the first 11 rounds of play. Now, as we stare on the barrel of round number 12, you guys can have a look at the finances on the left-hand side of your screen. You can see not enough. They'll need to take another save. And the Deagles with Kevlar seems to be the best decision they can muster.
Just look how much more cash Na'Vi have had over the course of these rounds than mousesports have. And not a lot of fun to be had in round 12, Chad.
No, this one here, unless we get a couple of bangers, Na'Vi are looking absolutely clinical. And there's another Boomich entry, just continuing to barrel down middle. A response from Frozen. He needs more than just one.
He's long gone. Now you're looking for Frozen. He's currently in kitchen. It's Dexter that you'll be having to clear out. And they've made no secret of their app's presence, and he will be dropped off. Oh. The pressure, it's still there. Straight through the smoke. Bemis does very well to connect what his teammates started. Frozen hiding and baiting his team, hoping Na'Vi don't clear through. I say baiting his team. No one left on B, but...
Well, they knew that he was here, right? Because he got the B apartments kill, so...
Yeah.
You'd think they'll clear it all out. They will. Frozen gets another kill.
Bemis would need a scorcher onto Electronic, and AK has found its way into his hands, and with the full 30 bullets, it doesn't matter because Simple exists. And he makes it 9. All right, well, a 9-6 half still attainable for mousesports, and they will have everything they could possibly desire for this one. It's interesting that I don't see a single kit in their full buy here, prioritizing utility and orbs. I guess, to be fair to them, it's more about just winning some jewels.
Yeah, if they can stop them from getting the bomb down, then maybe that'd be a little bit better here, because so far they're on the receiving end of all these fights. Boomich has been great in terms of the openings. Let's see if he can do it again.
Yeah.
They're playing nobody middle. There's so much space. Boomich and Bit can do whatever they want. The closest person to middle is Dexter, and he's just rotating through market right now. So they've gone the early warning system right there by not breaking the vent. And that means if they do boost window, Na'Vi will not be able to flank on through. without making a sound cue. But they're not being pushed at all in middle. There's not a single piece of aggression here.
Now, what does that imply?
Well, with a double AWP CT setup, we have Rops over towards Ticket and 2 close A. I think the idea of people being close A, if nobody's contesting middle, makes sense, right? So Na'Vi should be aware of this, and I think they're trying to waterfall through Palace. 50 seconds. Boomich and Bit will be up through Connector. Simple, I suppose, will come in late as well.
The off angle from Bemis could catch them. Here he comes, just as Bemis engages. He's locked out, isolated, wasn't expecting a second. Frozen, though, just kept to one. Dexter has to alert them to his presence. They line up for him, though. And so mousesports, they have a man advantage, and that bomb needs to go down. Still yet to be deployed. A smoke to cover off a connector side plan. Simple to babysit, needs to hit the flick. He's not ready for it, and a miss from Rops means Simple's now in hot pursuit. That missing kit, Chad, becomes more of a problem now. Dexter again with more impact. Perfecto handed a 1v3, and already with the first and the second Perfecto, this is perfect. And there's no kit, it's an AWP, he doesn't know it. But Acor with so much to do, a fake plan, he's holding it to perfection. Perfecto is right. Damn. He gets a 1v3 and shatters the hopes and dreams of Mouse.
Beautiful. That was just beautiful. Everything he did there
The
was
angle
great.
management, the quickest of trades. His positioning for that first so as to immediately leap onto the second. That goes from a 1v3 into a very awkward 1v1 in less than a second.
If that doesn't shatter them now, I don't know what will. Right, scoreline 10-3. They're in the hole. Their money's not great. Perfecto's clutching on you. Boomich is entry fragging you. Bid's pretty much a non-issue right now. You're still getting absolutely wrecked in this one. Try some tricky setups over towards A, and it just gets peeled apart. Dexter with some more impact here. He's already had a clutch in this, and 3 more kills is not enough for Dexter to get the boys their 4th rounds. Back down towards the pistols, and oh, great round there from Perfecto. That would get you fired up. You'd love to see that.
Look at them hyped as hell.
Smiles on the faces. Oh, it's a whole new Na'Vi.
It's rare to see.
It's not the Zeus era Na'Vi anymore, is it?
Yeah, where everyone's just like trying not to upset the substitute teacher.
Yeah, and his friend, Mr. Slave.
Yes. What was his name? Literally forgotten his name. Kane. Boomich with 18 already in his bag. I reckon you've got at least another 2 here.
Look at all this space.
Look at this. Look at this. Okay, Rops deals with the wrap. Okay, maybe we've got a little more to be said about this one. It was supposed to be a non-factor. Some armored Deegs. Saving up their schmeckles for the 15th.
There were some nice shots. The thing is, they're going to have a couple more nice shots. Whittled down, can't find the frag. Bit survives. Simple gets another. It's crumbling again. No.
Oh, no.
They know where Bemis is as well.
They do. He was
just take the bomb B.
And they are. See, Simple, if he just... Oh, he's going to play this perfectly. He knows the game better than we all do. So he's going to post up on this angle until Perfecto starts getting a wriggle on into B. And then Simple's responsible for that kitchen rotate as well.
Yeah, this is not going to be easy for BMAS. And they were bangers of shots, those 2 openings. They were bangers of shots. But Na'Vi, it just comes their way. Oh, BMAS, you want a gun, don't you? We know you want a gun. You got a gun.
And he can hear you.
He knows exactly where you are.
Perfecto's a little too late on his flank.
Don't knife him, Simple, please. Just kill him.
Bemis.
Okay.
Going for something here. And he's already punished Simple with a little bit of a whiff shot. He knows where you are. The trajectory was there. Confirms the fake. Bit of a time-sensitive mission as he pulls him off the bomb twice. He's played a great little round here. Bemis just doesn't have the time. That's 2 clutches from Perfecto. Back-to-back for 11. Na'Vi are sprinting to finish Mirage. 5 rounds is all that separates them. We're not even done with our first half. It's time for round 15. Map 2, game 2. And if you're wondering what you've got to look forward to after this series, you get to see a little bit more out of EG versus FaZe.
Yeah, and yesterday EG got dismantled by Big, I think. It wasn't even really that much of an affair. Of the bottom 5 players of the group, Jacquinho was the lowest. And then the 4 members of EG were above him. Breeze was the only player for EG to really stand out yesterday. So let's see if Cirque and Co can What gun did Simple just have?
It looked like a Krieg. Boomich, the entry fragger meets Props' Orb up close and personal. Extinguished, so they know exactly where Bemis is. And this is a 3v5. It should be the best shot we've seen out of mousesports to convert, should being the operative word. Dexter gone. Perfecto dead, but Electronic still sticking around. So as this stuff fades and as the CTs demand more info, ouch. A nade onto Electronic. There's no way they let this one slip. There's no way.
Okay, well, it wasn't an it wasn't a Krieg. I think it was either a Negev or an M2496.
Ah. Oops.
Oh!
Acor has shot Rops. All cool.
They got the
cool contact on this AXEC.
Yeah, nobody home whatsoever. Boomich will be from stairs. He's the only one to contribute here. Smoke's in the air. Info's found, and away they go. 1x bet odds not favouring Nows at all here today.
Oh, Simple's actually already taken one as well on the cross. They want to pressure and take that jungle control. Perfecto's in a bit of a position to voice some concern.
They have flashes on Perfecto here.
Look at Electronic's ramp flank already. Like, Simple Electronic can be taking fights at the same time. Boomich in window as well, so all of that control he's done very well to avoid contact, and Simple combines nicely. Oh, with his head on a swivel, looking for the ace already. Simple gets all of the heavy lifting done and turns around for his fourth.
Tasty stuff there. Now, quickly want to get this one out there for the vampires, the sharks in the water, whatever else we can use.
They've already had their taste of drama. They had their fix. They want more.
Yeah, so Reddit, are you listening?
Yeah.
The nice little screenshot that you posted on the lines with the TV in the background behind the Boomich POV. That television, or that screen, is Blade, the coach's point of view. It is not the stream. I've already checked it with League Ops. All right? It's been verified. It's been checked. So calm down.
Hold your horses.
Put the pitchforks away.
I know we're very accustomed to throwing shade and pitchforks, but...
Get him! Get him, Alex!
Second boy!
Get him now!
Oh my god. I'd go to war for you, Chad. Like, you know that whole die scene I was telling you about?
Which? Oh, yeah.
Death! As they gallop over the hills into their impending doom. I'd ride.
Just quickly, this won't be cut in the Twitch clip of what they just take there, but that was in jest, guys. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I literally have checked it. It's fine. Yeah. But the over-dramatization, that was for the fun. That was for the entertainment value.
Well, there's not much more entertainment value from this one, I reckon.
Yeah, this should be done quick. And that's why I was trying to have some fun with it.
But unfortunately, the caster curse is real, Chad, so call this 13.
No, this is...
13.
I've been to the future, and I've come back.
I reckon...
And hoverboards still aren't real.
They're not?
No.
Did Valorant kill Counter-Strike?
I didn't check, actually.
Didn't have a look?
No, I didn't check. Well, the game was still going, so I guess we're good.
Phew.
Could you imagine going to the future and coming back with a betting book of history of all things that happened?
I mean, that's...
What a plot line.
It is a plot line.
What a plot line.
We've all considered it. But also, I think it's so funny how through the fiction universe, like, there's become multiple rules to this fictitious travel of time. Like, people keep,
that's right,
you know, like, everyone has to, like, you start hitting all these, like, faults in the road of, like, how things would work and how it would impact you.
What if you met yourself? That's the biggest quandary,
that's one of
right?
the questions,
exactly.
Isn't it? Do you just spontaneously combust?
Yeah, is it you visiting you? Like when, let's not even.
Like, isn't Philip J. Fry his own father or something? Like, I'm pretty sure his mum was flirting with him when he went back in time and it got a bit fruity.
Futurama.
One of the many.
Simpsons, not spin-off.
No, it's a Matt Groening production, I think.
Yeah, what would be it's not even inspired, it's just similar animation elk.
There you are, told you, 14-13.
Yeah, 14-13.
Yeah, no, I had got
yeah, so now they're going to go back. Yeah, they're going to have that
Acor's got
big
so
spread
much
of 9
cash,
rounds.
Smash him with the T-side. Oh.
Yeah, he's going to do that. He got, what was it, 5 kills in the first?
Out mid, he's going to no-scope Simple.
Yep.
Speaking of the devil, that's a nice nade right onto the noggin of Dexter. And Bit hasn't really had to be doing much, actually, at this point.
He's just here for the ride.
He's just been
got his feet up.
in. 21 frags apiece for Simple and Boomich, your Mirage superstars. And he's going for a naughty one here. They've jumped straight past him. Simple, he's got 2 backs turned, and he's ready to strike. There's 3 members, surely not A-Core as well. Oh, surely not. Simple just to absolutely throw salt into the mousesports wound. They're looking the wrong way, and he pantses the bomb carrier. Your AWPer gone. Rops arrives at least before things get too awkward, and now instead it's a mousesports advantage. It might even be a mousesports round. Boomich caught as well.
They have to win this one.
They will.
How can you lose this one? There's no way.
Just your boy Electronic.
If they go away, that is where I could see them falling into some problems. However, Perfecto's being quite clutch. Frozen executes, and now they know B is open. Electronic, well, he's an A holder. Let's skedaddle our way over towards the B bomb site. Let's get the objective started, and let's see if we can save an AWP for our boy A-Core. Good stuff from Frozen there. So 14-13, you said?
That's right.
Okay.
There we go. I said I've been to the year 3000.
Is that Black Eyed Peas?
Black Eyed Peas? That's obviously Busted. Busted came, and then McFly came. I know because I had a sister 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
So
I don't know either of those.
The car was chock-a-block full of boy bands.
All right.
Yeah, Busted initially. I think that was Busted.
My sister was just into Spice Girls.
Ah, okay. Very retro.
Yeah.
See, my mum was into Spice Girls.
I'm not that old. Jesus. Well, they have taken an eco here, and mousesports are working on their 6th. Now, as Alex has told you, the scoreline will be 14-13 at some point in the near future.
Yeah, you can take a break if you want, come back for the scoreline, but it's a lot of fun. I'd recommend sticking around to see how it happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good clutches in there, or?
Oh, a good bit of fun. It's actually like a bit of a redemption arc for some of the individuals on Mouse. It gets pretty hype.
All right.
Simple has a bit of a whiff.
Oh.
Watch out for that one.
All right. Just one?
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
He only gets one. One a year.
Yeah, this isn't it, so... Ooh.
We didn't even fire, so technically...
Doesn't count.
Not a whiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he shot and he missed... All right, Bob getting planted here over towards A. I don't feel like there's too much damage that can be done with the 2 USBs and the 1 Deagle.
Yeah, let's see how blind Bit is. Oh, he actually turned it because he's a gangster.
All right, not getting anything out of this here, are they? Now, the loss bonus going into the next round is 1900. And because they've taken the eco right now, Na'Vi should have just enough to get themselves a purchase going here. Bit can drop Simple and AWP. Oh, actually, that's exactly what he's going to do. Simple will give him an M4 in exchange, Electronic and Boomich into the Famises. And yeah, they've been able to make this buy work. Sure, no defuse kit. Sure, light on a couple of Molotovs. But mousesports haven't shown anything nearly as threatening as what Na'Vi did in their first half. So let's see if Na'Vi can dispel them. Setting up for a bit of an A play here. Early with 2 players over towards Palace. Rops and Frozen, the stragglers, and Dexter over towards middle, selling a little bit of a fake, drawing all the attention he can. They're going to try and limp on out. Well, you can't limp past Simple.
Oh no, Electronic has defended middle entirely, and Simple can't believe its luck. They've just delivered the bomb into the site. And this one feels very flaccid. Props doesn't get to do anything. Caught in the smoke. Simple with a bit of a pop-off performance for the 15th here, and Frozen, I mean, it would be quite the 1v5. Unfortunately, Boomich has already taken a colossal chunk out of your body. Bit plans to finish it. All right, Na'Vi, they've got a handful, I'd say, maybe even 2 hands, minus the pinky, of series points. So they can really have some fun with this, you know, like take off the leash.
Yeah, buy some
I reckon
Zeus's.
it's a free day today.
A free day?
Yeah, that's what I'd call. If I'm Boomich right now, I say, everybody, just go have fun.
Go have fun.
Go shoot ahead if you want.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no stress, no pressure.
Okay.
You want to go for something Aggie Simple? Go for something Aggie. Have some fun, strafe out the window.
I'm sure he's been waiting for permission.
Oh boy, yeah, you're right. He should have extinguished that. It's a bit awkward. He was expecting it to have popped by his preemptive smoke, but instead they have mid control. mousesports set for success. Mission 1, I won't say complete because the smokes are still up and Electronic still examining the periphery of them. Gives up on that.
Oh, look at this short aggression here as well. It's going to be well timed.
Yeah. Oh, it is very aggressive. Bit actually just goes straight into ladder room. Now Dexter's actually on notice. As that smoke fades, under window is no longer a safe haven. It seems like mousesports want to hit B, and they're actually walking into, you'll never guess who. Simple. And his AWP, a good find for the first. He's flashed off though, and mousesports have access to the site now. I don't know if Perfecto's really going to have much more to say about this one. Good God, he gets away just about. Dexter in mid is a problem. They're both clearing for him, and Dexter could take them both here. It's a bit of a messy spray. Bomb ticking in favor of Mouse, and Bit demanded to clutch.
He's playing the long game here. I think Bit's going to hold on to this AK if he can. And we'll call that 7 now for Mouse. Simple only getting 1 kill, kind of a rare sight. The timing there as they were able to get past with the flash bang, and well, there you have it. So it's going to be a tall task for Mouse. This is a game that I don't think that they really have too much chance in, but let's just see. Don't want to give up.
So if mousesports, excuse me, just going to try and make sure I have it all in front of me before I start that sentence.
I got it off the top of my head.
Go on.
They got to play, I don't know the order, but they have to play against Big, they have to play against Fnatic,
and EG.
And they have to play against EG. So they played the two, or actually, I don't know, I was going to say 2 hardest opponents first. I don't know if we can... The 2 hardest opponents from Cologne first.
Yes, there you go. That's a safe one, a safe bet. But I do think the loss to FaZe, now a loss to Na'Vi, it does mean that they'll basically have given themselves 0 wiggle room.
Yes.
In their next 3 head-to-heads.
Win the next 3.
Yeah.
Or don't make it. No problem.
All right.
Frozen's committed while that molly is up, and well, this is quite aggressive here. Down the A ramp, nobody home. A lot of information provided for Na'Vi now, but they need to rotate over towards B because they're jumping on in. Perfecto towards the van. Flashed off, fragged off. Bit response. Electronic 2.
Yeah, he's done very well with that. And Acor's AWP fills the feeds as that bomb does need to go down. They aren't in a rush necessarily. Acor's there in support, and the flank is going to be fast. 2 of them through the apps. Electronic kitchen side and holding on to what he can.
Electronic needs to live. Just delay.
He's working on it. So are Boomich and Simple. Bemis is the one responsible, and he's actually very low HP, so careful now. Sitting duck for the 1 dig, and now both of them taking fights. It's falling apart. Acor's going to have to come up clutch. I don't think the bomb's planted for him, so he's going to have to hit the slither, and it works out. Simple feeds him 1. They're on the defuse.
He's going to sit it?
He's sitting a 10-seconder. No. Acor's not having any of that, and he does save mousesports' chances. He says play on. Lovely little clutch out of Acor there, and it was Simple that got caught out on that slither.
Yeah, interesting if Simple actually went for the fight or if he just got caught in transition, because if he was able to make it into the bomb site, the round is over. The round is completely over. So Acor saves them, bows them out in a big way, and we keep play at least for a couple rounds more. Na'Vi have been forced to take a save. And it's just one of these things where for them it's probably more frustrating in the sense, oh, we have to take it, like, knowing that you're just this close and now you have to give up 1, allow them to add an extra to the tally. And, well, they're going to push short. Woof! Flick of the wrist. Didn't need it. Dexter, the daddy of the team, will bail them out.
Yeah, he may not actually be a father, but he does have to fulfill a similar role within the mousesports squad. Bit of daycare.
Okay, well, no AWP for Simple this time round. Light on the nades. mousesports, they win this, they crack double digits, and they force Na'Vi into another half-buy situation. So maybe it starts to get a bit interesting. It still just feels like a matter of time, but maybe it gets a little bit interesting.
Time to find out together. Acor's being tested by that Simple AWP, and how has he gotten away with that? Simple dry peeking in and eliminates the AWPer of mousesports solo mid-adventure. Slipping through this lurky smoke ramp.
Sees him.
Spotted out. They're committing to this, but Na'Vi are aware. And they just want to take a fight. They want to finish it right here and now. Light on nades, but not light on frags. Only Dexter remains, and mousesports have just been completely dismantled. Na'Vi for the 2-0. And to extend their winning streak, not only victors at IEM Cologne, but running with it into Group C of EPL Season 14. going to put them within touching distance. A win against Fnatic, the first, albeit a close 2-0. This one, a little less so. And there you have it.